Just wait. There he is.
Hello.
What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
You know, staying busy. How you
Look
been?
at you. Look at you, dude. Look at you in your studio. Woo! Where
This
where are you?
actually is a client's studio. I have my
Do
own
I
place, um, but
do I know this client? Do I know him?
um, probably not. Um, so this is a radio broadcasting client.
Dude.
So most of their stuff is on terrestrial radio. So this is their place in Maitland, Florida, and you just happen to want to do this interview at a time that I was booked at their place. So,
I am so sorry, dude.
no, hey,
Let,
it's
let, 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 let me guess. Are you at over at iHeart?
no,
Dang it,
but
dude. Because you said Maitland. I'm like, that's the only studio I know that's over there. Is Maitland. So I'm
right,
like it's
no, good.
iHeart. I'm like,
I'm impressed. You know things. Good stuff.
dude, come on, man. You know me. I mean, you know me and my dad. So, which hey, I got a little game for you. So we're gonna play that in just a little bit, but we're gonna get the rundown. We are actually live right now on our YouTube channel.
Oh,
Yeah. um,
cool.
anyway,
Okay.
let's go ahead and get started, dude.
I love this song.
That's right. You guys are listening to Remy's Roundtable, the Florida theme park podcast. What is going on, everybody? And welcome. We do have a great show for you guys. And you know what? I've been doing this for quite some time, for the past 6 years, going on 7 years. And you know what? Let's go ahead and get started. Of course, you guys know me. My name is Remy, and guys, with me today is a very special friend of mine, and we go way back because let's put it this way: he knows my family, he knows my dad. So, you know what? We're gonna have a great time today, and let's just go ahead and get started, guys. Please say hello. He's a famous musician. You've probably seen him on the Grammys. So, little tidbit right there. But guys, he is a fantastic bass player, and this is the reason why I'm doing these one-on-one interviews is because crap, Jeremy. I'm sorry, dude. A little malfunction. God dang it.
Did you lose your stream?
Yeah, dang it. All right, pull up another program up, and then let's see if this one works better, which it probably will. Yeah, this one's a lot better. All right. Start. All right, here we go.
Okay.
That's right. You guys are listening to Remy's Roundtable, the Florida theme park podcast. What is going on, everybody? And good morning. We do have a great show for you guys. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and get started. Of course, you guys know me. My name is Remy, and you guys are listening to Remy's Roundtable, the Florida theme park podcast, which you guys can find us live on YouTube, and we're streaming everywhere on all of your podcasting platforms. So, guys, good morning. My name is Remy, and we do have a great show for you guys. And I haven't done these in a while, which has been a while, but guys, today is a very special guest of mine. He is a famous bass player. You could have seen him on the Grammys, and let's just say that with these one-on-one interviews, I like to interview people who I admire. I enjoy their playing, and just really enjoy seeing them play live. Here in the beautiful state of Florida. So, guys, please say hello to Jeremy. Jeremy, what's up, dude? How you doing, man?
Hello. Hey, man. How you been?
Dude, I've been great, man. It's been a long time, I mean, you're at work, and I'm glad you're doing this podcast episode today, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and thanks for stopping by, man.
Of course, of course. Thanks for reaching out. It's great to see you.
So let's get down to the brass tacks, man. I mean, like I said, you are a bass player, you are an engineer, you know this stuff, you know the music from left to right. What got you started, playing the bass, and who actually influenced you to become a bass player? And I swear to God, if you say my dad, that's like top notch right there on the list, man.
Absolutely not. No, no, just kidding. Your dad is fantastic, and when I first moved to Orlando, I got connected with the Central Florida Jazz Society and got to know your dad through that organization. And when we started doing scholarship things where kids would play and audition, I was one of the judges, and your dad was basically the house bass player, and he would just play for whoever was auditioning, And I watched him sight read all this stuff, and I'm like, whoa, this guy's a beast. So yes, Chuck Archard is a hero of mine. But no, I've been playing bass a lot longer than I knew him. So here it is. See if I can sum this up. I started as a piano player, as all good kids coming up in the 80s. My parents required that I take classical piano lessons. And let's say I hated it. um, I liked the playing. I didn't like some, a lot of my teachers were kind of mean. I didn't enjoy that. And so I quit and, saved, I started doing little odd jobs and stuff, saving up money, and bought a keyboard and started a rock band. And, I got pretty good, but totally forgot how to read. um, but what happened was, when I was 16, I actually went on the road with a group, and I was hired to play two-tier keyboards, so I was going to play like horn stabs with one hand and string parts with another. And then I was in rehearsals, and the MD of the show said, "Hey, look, our bass player didn't show up, and we don't have time to get a bass player. So how do you feel about doing left-hand bass, and then also doing string parts with your other hand?" And I'm like, okay, never tried that. So that's what I did. I went on tour and played 90 days of a show, learning bass lines with my left hand. And I got home from this run of shows, and we were all over the U.S. and we went over to Europe, did England, Ireland, Scotland, and it was awesome. My parents were like, "Oh, how was the tour?" And my first thing I said was, "I need to get a bass." Right? That was my takeaway. Like, you know what? I really like that. So I was 16 when I did that tour, and so started playing bass from there. My biggest influence, honestly, was probably Victor Wooten.
Victor, dude, he is to me, like, when it comes to like certain bass players who I do follow, I mean, Victor is up there, Marcus Miller, Rocco Prestia from Tower of Power,
Yeah,
Pino Palladino. I mean, the list just keeps going on and on and on. But the one bass player that nobody talks about, who has like the dopest fucking, radical bass line, is, you know, Bootsy Collins. I mean, he played, those funkadelic bass
oh
lines
yes,
when he was playing with James Brown, like back in the
yes,
day. So that's
yeah,
like, so the list keeps going on and on and on. But
yeah.
I mean, who else? I mean, you said Victor. We got
So
Marcus.
so let me tell you, the one I didn't expect was Les Claypool. I got into Primus in the 90s because, I was in high school, and Primus was a big deal in the 90s. And as much as I wanted to say, oh, I'm influenced by Jocko and Marcus and Stanley, and while they are all in my list of people I liked, I listened to so much Primus. I was like, well, I can't deny how much that basically it's all slap and tap stuff, but it's also really aggressive, distorted, a lot of effects. And man, if you ain't listened to Primus lately, it's like do all of that while you're singing lead. It's a lot, you know. So yeah, Les Claypool is a big influence on my playing, also because he did a lot of it on a 6-string fretless bass, and that my first nice bass I ever got was a Tobias Killer B fretless 6-string, and I love the crap out of that thing. It's so nice, but yeah, there was an undeniable influence of Les Claypool because that he was playing a similar bass, and so a lot of those really weird, complicated bass lines was like, oh, but it's on this instrument. Okay. Another one who you may or may not know influenced me was Brian Bromberg. Um,
Whoa.
Brian is basically the first call bassist in LA for sessions. Um, and the list, just Google him and look at his discography and everyone he's played for, right? Well, the thing about him is not only is he a slap monster on a 4-string electric, but he can play the same slappy, tappy, crazy 2-handed lines on an upright. Uh,
Which by the way, the intro song, "The Chicken," was actually the Brian Brumberg's version. So
yes.
that's the reason why I played it for you, because I'm like, you
Yeah.
know what, I love his version of the Chicken. So like, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, Brian is a huge influence on me. I studied with him, took lessons from him, and also Vic. And if you don't know, Victor doesn't like to teach one-on-one. He does a lot of group things and camp things. But his brothers, um, Roy Future Man Wooten, and also Reggie Wooten. Reggie, I've studied with a lot. Reggie is the guitar player of the Wooten brothers. Um, Whoo, child! If you haven't heard him, that just the craziest guitar lines. And also he's the reason Victor plays the way he does, is Reggie taught him how to play when he was a little guy. So
I went to a what was it? This is like years ago, and I won bass strings from Victor. Victor signed the box and everything.
oh
And
cool.
who I gave it to? I gave it to my dad, because dad was like, "Hey, I need some new bass strings." I'm like, "Dad, I I didn't have to go to work this day, so yeah, I went to Guitar Center, and I actually just went there, and yeah, Victor was playing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
holy crap. So he goes, how in the world did you meet Victor? I'm like, yeah, just went to this little seminar. He was giving out,
Yeah.
it was free to the public, and I'm like, yeah, I here, these bass strings are for you. He goes, are these from Victor? I'm like, yes, it is.
That's kind of great. Wow. That's a nice gift. Wow.
But here's the sad thing. He
Mm.
didn't use them.
Oh, is he like kept it because it's like signed and whatever?
Well, here's the thing. You know my dad. I mean, he has like sponsors of different bass strings that he
Yeah.
actually uses for
Yeah.
his bass. So
Yeah.
he's like, if I put these on my bass, it makes me feel like I'm a traitor to these bass strings. So I'm
Oh,
like, I'll just keep these. I'm like, okay, thanks a lot, Dad. I mean, that kind
right.
of broke my heart, but you gotta watch out for your sponsors. So I kind of
It's
get that
true.
though.
It is very true. Yes.
So yeah, dude. Let's talk about, you've been to the Nam show way too many times, but let's get into the one thing that I am actually jealous of, dude.
Mm.
What the actual fuck, man? The Grammys? Come on, man.
The Grammys is a wild time. Um, just kind of assume that you're not gonna sleep for like a week. Now, there's official events and then there's like unofficial parties and networking things that happen, right? And you want to go to as many things as you can. If you're gonna be in LA and doing the thing, you want to do as much as you can. So this year there was a lot of parties that my friends were having, so I went to a bunch of those. And um, the day of the Grammys, this is the thing a lot of people don't know, right? You can see the telecast that's on CBS or whatever, right? And
Right.
it's like 4 hours long. What a lot of people don't know is there is what they call the premiere ceremony, and that starts at noon, and that goes another 4 hours beforehand. So, but now that's not on TV, but that is on YouTube. So you can watch that on YouTube, and you can see me. I'm in that premiere ceremony a bunch. You can see me when the people are winning the awards and they watch them come down the aisle. I was like sitting kind of right on the edge there, so I was high fiving people as they came by,
That's
which is
awesome, dude.
kind of fun. But yeah, so that day that the awards happen, it's like an all day thing. It's like 10 hours of. So just imagine, right? You're going to get in your tux or something fancy, and if you're going with a girl and she's going to get in her literal like Cinderella ball gown at 10 in the morning, and basically you're going to be that fancy until 2 a.m.
Dude, I don't know how to handle that. I mean, it doesn't take us that long to get ready to go, to these, award ceremonies and stuff like that. I mean, for us,
Yeah,
it's like, all right, let's put a tux on, let's put some pants on, nice shoes,
yeah, yeah,
put some jewelry on,
yeah.
make us look good. But yeah, dude, I mean, if I was a girl, I would just be like, how much longer? How much longer?
Well, listen, man, I've got my wife and I went together last year and the year before, um, and we had a couple of friends of ours who had gone a bunch of times, and they gave us some tips. And this is like the funniest part. This one friend of mine, she's like, "Look, I wear these big dresses, and it's not because I'm trying to like take up a bunch of space." But she's like, I've got pockets sewn into these things to hold water bottles and like granola bars and snacks. And then she's like,
She came prepared. I mean,
well, not only that, a lot of these ladies take a giant purse with a change of shoes. Like, oh, I'm getting it now. I'm seeing it. So that is the trick: is be prepared for a full day. It's awesome. You see a bunch of old friends. I mean, I met people. Listen, I'll tell you like some random stuff that happened, right? So I went with my brother this year. We went to the premiere ceremony, and it was great. And then when that one's done, the security just kind of shuffles you across the street into the crypto arena, crypto.com, which is where the Lakers play basketball.
right.
And so then you go in there, and I'm standing in line because here's another secret. They have like some food and water and stuff that you can get, but only for like before the thing starts. Once it starts, they shut the food off, and you can't buy food. You can't even buy water. Get nothing. So, I've done this a couple times. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stand in line, and I don't even know what they're gonna have for me. I'm just gonna buy something because this is it. So I'm standing in line. The guy behind me just starts talking to me, and he's like, "Hey, were you nominated for something?" And I was like, "Well, I sang on a nominated project this year." And he's like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, I was nominated for immersive audio." I'm like, "Oh, awesome. So you do like Dolby Atmos stuff." So we started talking, and I told him about a project I'm doing, and he's like, "Oh, we've got to talk." And then, I got his Instagram, and then I never saw him again, right? Gone. Well, like 2 days later, he just messaged me. He's like, "Hey man, so great to meet you. I can't stop thinking about that project. Could we possibly talk some more?" So anyways, I ended up meeting up with him like a week later in LA, and I think he's going to be a partner with me on a new project. Just some random guy I met in
Whoa.
line, you know? So that's one of the cool things about the Grammys is you just never know who you're going to run into. And yeah, it's pretty cool. The main show at crypto.com arena, it's cool because you're like, hey, wow, there's all of us. Everybody who's here is like somebody. And, I got to see, I don't know. I don't know. Did you watch the show at all?
I watched a little bit. I watched some of the clips because that's why I found you. And I'm like, hey, I know that guy. He's right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So like some of the neat things for me this year was, they did a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne,
I
and it
saw
was
that.
Post
That was
Malone. Chad Smith from Red Hot Chili Peppers, Slash from Guns N' Roses.
and
That
Youngblood, right?
was really fun.
And Youngblood,
Yeah.
Youngblood, right?
Oh well, no, Youngblood was not singing on that. Honestly, I think he should have been. Youngblood won a Grammy for rock performance, and it was from the song that he did at the Ozzy Osbourne concert,
Okay.
which was just awesome. And yeah, he totally should have been part of that performance because yeah, he's great. But Lauryn Hill doing a tribute to Roberta Flack and D'Angelo. I don't think Lauryn Hill has done a live performance in like 15 years.
What is she like? She's what, mid 50s now?
Something
Close to
like
that
that.
age? Yeah.
Yeah. But she's so great. And I couldn't name you all the people in her band. I mean, everybody was a legend. Marcus Miller was playing with her. Um, and here's a random thing. You had mentioned NAM before, right?
Yeah.
So I did go to NAM this year before the Grammys, and one of the things I did this year that was different was I went to the Bass Magazine Awards, and they do that. I guess they do that every year at NAM, and usually they honor bass players and give them. I think there's two kinds of awards, like a lifetime achievement award, and then there's like a new and upcoming whoever award, various performances and stuff. And I'm like, well, the tickets are kind of expensive, but I'm looking at who's going to be there, and I'm like, YOLO, whatever. I'm just going to do it, right? So we got the tickets and we go, and the performances are good and the people are cool. And then there comes a point where they're like, all right, we're going to honor Marcus Miller, right? And so, these people come out and they're talking about how great Marcus is. And then he does a show and he plays with his band. And me and my brother are there and we're like, okay, this might be the best bass playing I've ever heard, right? It's Marcus Miller. And again, I've hung out with Vic. I've worked with Vic. I've studied with his brother, Reggie. I'm familiar with the double thumb technique. Watching Marcus do it live, good Lord, this dude is so great. I got to say, I don't think anybody alive can top him. He's just, I very much like Marcus, right?
We gotta break it down. I mean, like the double thumping, you have, like you said, it was Victor, Marcus, who was that? Stanley Clark, and there's another double thumper that the double thump bass player that we haven't mentioned is Mr. James Jamerson. He also did a double thump too.
That is an interesting point. Well, to me, I obviously he's a Motown legend. Everything he did with Stevie Wonder is ridiculous. Everything he did with James Brown prior to Bootsy, I mean, come on, James Jamerson. He's probably the most melodic bass player ever. So check this out, man. At this awards show, Marcus does his thing and it's phenomenal, right? Now, the next thing that happens is they're like, hey, we're going to honor Les Claypool. And we're, okay, cool. We're like, that's cool. So Robert Trujillo from Metallica comes out. Justin Chancellor from Tool comes out. And they're friends with Les and they're just like roasting him, right? They come up to the mic. They're just roasting him, making fun of him. And it's great. It's hilarious. And then Les comes out. He gets his award and he's like, hey, thanks. I'm going to go play with some of my favorite friends. And all of a sudden, they open the curtain and it's Primus. And now we're in a Primus concert. And now there's a mosh pit. And I'm like, okay. Now whatever we paid for this was worth it. Because, whoa, I've seen Primus before, but usually, thousands of people. This is a 500-seat club. It's packed, but you know what I mean? It's like I'm 30 feet from the front of the stage, right? It's awesome. So anyways, Primus does their thing. And in the middle of it, Robert Trujillo from Metallica comes out, and now it's Robert and Les playing My Name is Mud. Then Justin Chancellor comes out, and he's playing on Jerry Was a Race Car Driver. And then they get to Tommy the Cat, and they bring out Marcus Miller to play with Les. And I'm like, okay.
Let's go.
It's just,
let's go.
Like whatever you thought you had going on the bass, these two were up there and trying to outdo each other. I'm like, okay, this is phenomenal. I never saw anything like that before in my life, and that moment was worth it for that alone. The final thing of this night was they're like, okay, we're going to honor Mike Dirnt from Green Day.
Green Day.
Yeah, and of
Oh,
course,
don't tell me. Don't tell me. Did they came out and play?
So Tom DeLonge from Blink 182 comes out. They're old friends, and he's talking about Mike and what an influence he was. And then all of a sudden, Mike comes out and he's like, "Yeah, now I'm going to play with some of my favorite people." And they open the curtain, and it's Green Day.
Good
And now, same
God.
thing. I've seen Green Day, but the last time it was at Warped Tour in front of 20,000 people. Well, no, this was Green Day in a 500 seat club. It was absolutely that people were crowd surfing. Security was going nuts because they're like, we can't do that. This is too small of a place. We can't do that. But it was absolutely awesome. So.
I saw Green Day back at the old Amway Arena. So, and
yeah.
I'm talking about the old school arena here in Florida. Yeah. And my dad's friend, he's like, "Hey, Remy, I'm not gonna be able to go to the concert. Do you want these tickets?" I got floor seats.
Ooh,
floor seats.
awesome.
And guess who opened up for Green Day?
What was the year?
Can't remember, but dude, it was that long. So the opening band was My Chemical Romance.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So My Chemical Romance opened up for Green Day, and it was me and my buddy JJ, one of my dad's old students. So he's like, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna drive. I'll grab us a couple of beers. We'll have some fun." And dude, I was like maybe I was only 16 years old, so I'm like, well, he just committed a crime, so I'm not gonna say a damn word. I'm having a good time. So la la la, it was a blast. We had a great time, man. But that concert was unreal, and just watching Green Day. Now our seats, like, it was standing, so it was the standing floor, so we could just move around. I mean, we got to the stage a couple of times, but the one thing I was impressed was just standing behind the soundboard, and that was just unreal, watching how these engineers mess around with the
cool.
equalizing the entire show. And I'm like, that's cool, that's very cool. And one of these sound engineers pulled me to the side, goes, "Here, sit here." I'm like, oh my God, I'm inside the sound booth.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. Wow. So what an experience. That's really cool.
Great experience, man. And it was just unreal. So, Jeremy, let me ask you this, man. Do you remember your first concert playing the bass? Like, was it here in Florida? Was it like outside of the U.S.? Can you remember your very first bass, performance?
Well, I don't know if I remember my very first performance, but I could tell you for sure where it would have been, right? Because like I said, I started playing piano and I went on tour at 16 and came back, and I was like, I've got to play the bass. So I got a bass when I was 16, and then was basically in jazz band in high school playing bass. So I'm sure the answer to your question is somewhere in Idaho, because that's where I went to high school and college. That's where the first time I played actual bass guitar. I went to the Lionel Hampton Jazz Festival all the time because being in Idaho, that was a major festival that we could get to pretty quick within a couple hours. So maybe that's where I played. Maybe that was one of my first shows. But Lionel Hampton Jazz Festival was happened at the University of Idaho every February. That's when it was. And man, because of that thing, when I went to college there too, and I ended up working for the festival, and I met Dizzy Gillespie before he died. I met Arturo Sandoval. I got to work with Ray Brown and Diana Krall, and just like legends, serious, ridiculous legends. So it was an incredible opportunity. So that's probably the answer, is Lionel Hampton Jazz Festival. Another random side note too is I started on electric bass, and I love bass guitar. I play it all the time. I'm currently on the road with a band playing electric bass. But when I went to college, you know, I'm into the bass now. I play piano, but I also play a bass, and I'm going there, and I'm like, hey, here I am with my bass guitar, ready to play bass. And they're like, yeah, we're a classical school, and we don't acknowledge the electric bass as an instrument. I'm like, oh. So they were like, but hey, it's cool. You can play the upright bass. That's fine. Orchestra starts at 1. We're going to play some Beethoven. So here you go.
You're like, I gotta play on that thing right there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Uh,
So that's exactly what I did. It was like, but it was great. I love it. And honestly, that's a big part of what I do now is the upright bass. But you know what I mean? It was kind of weird. Like the school at first was like, nope, ain't gonna work. But it did force me to learn yet another instrument, and I'm thrilled that I did because I love the upright bass. I play cello now because I learned upright. Like why not, right?
so dad he played upright, a couple of times, and he had one back at Rollins, and I'm like, can you
Yeah,
play that? He goes, I mean, I can if I want to, but I
right,
don't like it. I'm like, I get that, Dad. I mean, you don't like the upright bass, but you gotta learn it one way or the other. He goes, yeah. I mean, I dabbled on it, and it was fun, but I'm gonna stick with my bass. I'm like, yeah, that's your baby right there. So
right,
hold on that one. So all
yeah,
right. So Jeremy, man, Florida. When it comes to Florida, this is a theme park podcast. When
yeah.
was when was the last time you went to you to know when was the last time you went to like Disney, Universal? Did you have you ever had a gig at any of those theme parks? Like any uh did you play like at uh Disney, for example? Have you had any Disney gigs?
Yes. So, yes, we are based in Orlando, Florida, and we have SeaWorld and Universal, and we have Disney, and I have played at all of them. And I have played at all of them in various contexts, even this year. Um, I have been a cast member at Disney. Uh, there so I can tell you a couple stories. Like currently, most recently, I play pretty regularly at Disney Springs, and as you know, at Disney Springs, there's multiple places you can see bands and stuff all through there.
What was it before Disney Springs? You know that?
Hmm. Before Disney Springs, I played private events for DEG, which is the Disney Entertainment Group, and I've also been a cast member and played on the Cinderella Castle stage at Magic Kingdom.
Dude,
So,
way too many bad memories. That's where my dad started. He started playing for kids in the kingdom at
oh
the
yes,
at the Magic Kingdom. So
yes,
when my dad had a break, mom and I will be at Epcot because when dad was done with Magic Kingdom, he had a gig at Epcot. So he
yeah,
was going
yep.
from one part to the other.
Oh my
And
goodness.
but when I was 13 years old, I was still playing, my alto sax. My dad's saxophonist didn't show up for a gig. So he's like, "Hey, I need for you to come with me to
No way.
Pleasure Island. You are going to play at the jazz club with us." I'm like, "Hey, okay."
Whoa.
So,
No
you know,
kidding.
so big major steps for me. I wasn't playing, See, the thing about me, man, is that I cannot read any lick of music. It's all about my ears. That's how I know, like, I can pick up stuff like right away on, my saxophone or whatever instrument is in my hand. I can just pick it up and start playing it.
Yeah.
So my dad goes, "Here, we're gonna play these couple of tunes, and then I want you to play some of our tunes." I'm like, "Which ones? I mean, you got a lot of them that I know by heart." He goes, "Okay, this, and this," and then the last song was we're gonna wrap it up with a chicken. I'm like, "Okay, I know that tune." So
There you go.
because dad taught me how to play the bass part first on my saxophone, and then he said, "Hey, now play the melody," and I'm like,
Nice.
"Okay, I got a tune." All right, so that's it. Yeah. So did you ever had a chance to go to the jazz club when I was at Pleasure Island, was it? Or was it just just a stage show at the Magic Kingdom?
Yes, so I've been to Pleasure Island before it became downtown Disney and then Disney Springs. And yeah, that jazz club was awesome. There was so much great music happening every night, world class stuff. I never got to play there, but yeah, at this point, I am at Disney Springs somewhere a couple of times a month. Um, I have been playing at SeaWorld at their Bands, Brews, and Barbecue thing they do in the summers. I've been there, a couple of times every season. And at Universal, they have had me on their big waterfront stage that's right across from Hard Rock. And also I play at Margaritaville pretty regular. And I'm actually going to be at Big Fire, which is a restaurant at City Walk on Sunday. But hey, anyways, on a random note too, Winter Garden Music Festival. That
Yes.
is this weekend. It's Saturday. I am there with two groups. So if you find yourself on Saturday looking for something to do, there's like, I don't know, man, like 5 or 6 stages, tons of music all day. It's free. All kinds of styles of music. I'm there 2 different times. One is with one of my duos called Paul and Jeremy. Shockingly enough, with a guy named Paul and and me. Paul plays acoustic. I play cello, and we both sing. And then the other thing I'm doing, is the Jeremy Birdsall Jazz Trio is also playing. So that'll be Leon Morgan on piano and Pablo Aragona on drums and me on upright bass. And we're going to play The Chicken, among other things.
Hey, all right. Sounds good. All right, Jeremy. Now before we go, man, we got a little
Yeah.
time left on the podcast. Dude, I got a little game for you, all right? It's called Guess This Bass Player. So
Okay.
what I'm gonna do, man, I'm gonna give you I gave you 10 bass players you have to guess by these clues and a bonus bass player, all right?
Oh
Now,
my God. I'm going to lose.
no, you're not. All right, number one. Try to guess this bass player. Played on thousands of recordings, but rarely stood in the spotlight. Associated with a certain Los Angeles session crew without being officially credited on many
Karaoke.
records. Preferred a pick long before rock basses made it fashionable. Taught,
Karaoke.
taught bass through handwritten instructional material that became legendary. Appears on classic TV and film scores from the 60s and 70s. Often mistaken for a Motown player, even though they weren't in Detroit. Their lines prioritize clarity over flash. Recorded for beach movies, spy themes, and pop hits alike. Many
Yes.
famous riffs, many famous riffs people argue about online secretly traced back here. One said the bass should sound like a piano left hand. Who am I?
Mm. Karaoke.
Carol K is correct, man. Yeah, that is right. All right, bass player number two. Played a Fender, but made it roar like a brass instrument. Rarely stood still on stage. Known for extremely bright tone and round wound strings when that was controversial. Helped invent lead bass playing in rock. Played with a band whose drummer also sang. Nicknamed after an explosive device. One of the first to use multiple cabinets as a visual statement. Treated the bass as a melodic weapon. British invasion royalty. Who am I?
Oh, see, this actually could be a couple of people. British invasion. Oh, let's see, that's true.
Do you want me to give you a little hint?
Uh, yes.
Okay, so this guy's initial, he's a guy. His initials are J.E.
John Entwistle.
There you go. There you go, dude. All right, number three. Let's see. Number three. You've heard them in soul, pop, rock, and neo soul without realizing it. Sometimes uses fretless with singing. Was it singing vibrato? Also famous for wearing hats while playing minimal notes that feel perfect. Replaced another famous bassist in a stadium level rock band. Recorded a defining bass line built mostly on space and restraint. Collaborated heavily with D'Angelo. Can make two notes feel like a philosophy lecture. Known for playing behind the beat, session chameleon across decades. Their tone often described as molten chocolate. Who am I?
Oh, Pino Palladino.
Dino Palladino. Yeah, man. So what gave it away?
Oh, the stadium level rock band.
There you go, dude. There you go. See, I told you I'm making these a little easy for you, man. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not that hard. All right, number
not so
four.
far. No, it's not too bad. Not too
All right,
bad.
number four. This one should be a gimme. All right. Plays bass like a cartoon physics experiment. Uses slap, tapping, and storytelling all in the same bar. Associated with pigs, astronauts, and conspiracies, and a cartoon character. Built instruments shaped like a bizarre creatures. From a California band blending funk and metal. Also plays upright bass live. Fans memorize his bass lines the way guitarists memorize solos. Known
Yeah.
for nasal vocals, loves odd time signatures, which this guy does. His riffs often feels like musical comedy sketches. Who am I?
Les Claypool.
There you go. And speaking about Les, please, for the love of God, I hope you say yes to this answer. Did you play the bass line to South Park?
Oh, did I ever? Have I ever played it? Yes.
Have you ever played the bass line for South Park?
Yes. But you have to do it while you're singing it. Going down the same mile.
I mean, he's playing that. What was that weird instrument he's playing? 'Cause that's like on that sound. He's not really playing his bass. It's a one-string instrument.
It's called the whamola, I think he calls it.
Whamola, dude.
Whamola. Yeah, it's basically you just hit a note and you slide on it, I think is what it is. Yeah. Pretty cool though.
That's cool. That is a cool instrument, dude. All right,
Yeah.
number five, bass player. Bass player number five. All right, so let's see where I'm at. All right, also another great bass player. Rarely credited on original releases, but shaped popular music forever. Played with one finger much of the time. Gospel back, gospel background. Could improvise counter melodies instantly. Detroit recording studio legend. His bass lines often move more than the vocals. Flat wounds and foam mute. Played standing in the studio. Now, band he played with was the Funk Brothers. The phrase melodic bass line basically points here.
All right, so that would be Jameson then. I thought it was Chuck Rainey because of the one finger thing, but you're right. Jameson.
Jamerson, yeah. So like I said, man, I mean he did play the bass with one finger, but there was a video that I recently saw. He somehow did the double thumping.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is wild.
I'm like,
I'm gonna have to look at that. I really will.
Damn, that's Jamerson. I mean, holy crap.
That's very different. Yeah. You know something I do that Chuck Rainey does is I will there's my hands. Chuck Rainey will play forward and backward with one finger like a pick. So like digga 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 digga, and I don't do that all the time, but frequently I will do that somewhere in my show just to kind of mix it up. And I found that I really like the brightness of getting the nail, where you don't get the flesh of the finger, it's just the nail. It sounds like a pick, so it's really bright and punchy. But you really got to practice to get that forward flick going, All right, sorry, keep going. All
right, bass player number 6. He is a keyboardist, and a bassist at the same time. Voice recognizable
Geddy
within
Lee.
Geddy Lee. There you go, man. I mean, I don't have to read all the other questions, all the
Yeah.
other clues, because the ones was voice recognizable within one syllable,
Oh
uses
yeah.
uses jazz style walking lines in progressive rock,
Yep.
plays the synth bass. He is in a Canadian trio. So and that's all the notes I have for him. All right,
Yeah, that's
bass
pretty good.
bass player number 7. All right, bass player number 7. Now, I do not know who this bass player is, but you might know. So, uh, plays a 6-string bass, combines jazz fusion with anime energy, has a cat obsession in his in his aesthetic, known for fast playing, worked with Flying Lotus, also sings falsetto, funk, funk mixed with cosmic themes, son of a well known soul singer, wildly intricate improvisation, modern but rooted in groove.
Thundercat.
Who is Thundercat?
You'll have to Google him, won't you?
I'm gonna have to,
Yeah.
but tell me,
Yeah.
like, who is he?
Well, yeah. I mean, your clues kind of sum it up. He's a 6-string guy. He's a younger guy, and he's out there now, and playing a lot of bass lines with modern R&B and hip hop acts. But his solo stuff is ridiculous, and when he actually improvs, it's like bebop level stuff. It's really good. Um, but he has a cool bass. It's a 6-string, like semi hollow bass. So it's kind of bigger than you'd expect on a bass guitar, but it sounds great. Yeah, check him out.
I probably am after this podcast, man. I'm gonna look him up. All
Yeah.
right, number 8. Where am I? Number 8. Oh, okay. Number 8 is minimalism over virtuosity. Helped invent new wave groove, often locked tightly with a drummer spouse. Famous bass line built almost entirely on repetition. Art school background. Played in a band that wore oversized suits. Caribbean influenced. Helped redefine punk bass away from aggression. Danceable but intellectual. Proved less notes can mean more movement. Who am I?
Yeah. All right. Wait a minute. Is this isn't Tina Weymouth, is it?
It is.
Oh, look at me.
It is Tina.
From
It is
Talking
Tina.
Heads, right? Yeah.
It is Tina Weymouth. Yeah, dude. Yeah. All right, number 9. Yeah, we just literally just talked about this bass player like a couple like a couple minutes ago. All
Good.
right, so known for double thump technique, also a teacher and author, played in a band formed by siblings, performed solo concerts with loops and harmonics, has a signature bass model, blends classical phrasing with funk. He's a inspirational speaker, can play Bach on an electric bass, major influence on modern technical players. Groove and philosophy coexist.
Victor Lamont Wooten.
Victor, baby, Victor. All right, number 10. And then I have a mystery bass player for a
Boy.
bonus. Number 10, famous for ghost notes and hyper precision funk timing. Rarely played fills, but always sounded complex.
Mhm.
Played finger style funk instead of slap in a slap heavy era. Tight, mute his 16th note patterns. Oakland horn band legend. Made the bass
Francis
sound like
Rocco
it.
Prestia.
Rocco. Yeah, Rocco, baby. All right. Well, dude, Rocco, I mean, rest in peace to a famous legend. I mean, he was a great bass player. But the first time that, I actually went to a Tower of Power concert with dad, he he's like, hey, we're gonna go backstage and meet the entire band of Tower of Power.
Oh,
This is
fun.
this is when, Mick Gillette was still playing the trumpet. I mean, another legend.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dad and I were standing like hand in hand with Rocco, just looking at his bass. And of course, I talked to Doc for a little bit. I talked to Mimi, all the heavy horn players. So,
Wow.
talked to those guys. And that was like one of the best Tower of Power concerts that I've went to with my dad. And then ever since, if they're in town, we try to go see them every time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Heck yeah.
but yeah, man. When did you go see Tower of Power?
I had never seen them actually.
Whoa.
I know. I know.
Whoa,
I need to
dude.
get my life together.
All right, Jeremy, last bass player. This is a bonus bass player.
I'm
All
so
right.
excited. Okay.
All right, here we go. Last one. Well, he removed the frets. He played
Chocolate.
harmonic. There you go. so here, here
Yeah.
are the so here are the clues I put for him.
Okay.
He removed the frets. He
Hmm.
played harmonics like a harp.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does have a Florida connection.
Oh, yes.
Jazz fusion revolutionary.
Yep.
He used epoxy coated fretboard. Played in Weather Report.
Yeah.
Self-titled debut. Consider sacred text for bassists.
Yes.
Named a song after a bird. Made made the bass a singing instrument in jazz, and he wore the instrument on. I'm sorry, he wore the instrument high on the chest.
Wow. Now, listen, if you only gave me that last clue, I don't know that I would have got it, but I think any of the other ones I might have got them.
See, there we go. And they're right there. That is Jaco Pastorius. All right, man. Well, before we go, Jeremy, we do have our rapid questions on the roundtable, and these are coming from the late James Lipton from inside the Actors Studio.
Oh my goodness.
All right,
Oh,
Jeremy. All right, Jeremy.
okay.
What is your favorite word?
I think my favorite word is residuals.
Yeah, money, money, money. All right, what is your least favorite word?
Exposure.
What sound or noise do you love?
Subwoofers.
Yeah. What sound or noise that you just cannot stand?
Feedback.
Feedback? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. All right. Jeremy, what's your favorite theme park?
Oh man, this is a dirty trick you play.
I
um,
don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, this question came from the late James Lipton, so I don't know,
it's
man.
gotta be legit. Listen, I gotta say, if you like roller coasters, SeaWorld is hard to beat. They got a lot of nice new coasters out there. Pretty fun. Just saying.
Hello, pipeline.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, what's your favorite go-to theme park snack?
Oh man. I think the Dole Whip is hard to beat. If you're in the mood for it, as where else are you gonna get that, right? It's pretty great.
What is the best time to go to the theme parks?
Um, Not spring break.
No, 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 no. Because I've worked that crowd before when I was working at Universal. No, thank you, absolutely
Yeah,
not. Just go away, please.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
what is your uh, what is your favorite theme park attraction?
Oh man, you know what I love every single time is Soarin' at Epcot. Every single time. I don't know. It's easy and it's fun, but I do feel like I'm flying every time. it's I don't know. That's for me.
And I will be out there tomorrow, so I'm actually going to Epcot tomorrow. So there we go, man.
Excellent. Have a
Yeah.
great time.
Oh, I will. And I actually am going to go on. I'm actually am going to go on Soarin' because I believe in a couple of months in July they'll be adding some new scenes to Soarin' because it's going to be
Cool.
their quincentennial. So nice
Oh,
little.
cool.
Yeah,
Fun.
yeah. All right, Jeremy. If heaven exists, what do you want to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Oh man, I would love to hear him say that. That worked. That was all right.
Jeremy, man, thank you so much for being on, and please let our audience know what are your social media handles, man.
Well, if you're on the Facebook, you can find me at Jeremy Birdsall, and on the Instagram, it's Jeremy_Birdsall. Those are the best places to find me right now, and I am currently on the road with the Rocket Man Show, which is a touring Elton John tribute, and I get to play a lot of fast bass notes on that show. It's a lot of fun, so come out and see me.
All right, hey guys, it's time. It's time for us to get up on out of here. Guys, thank you so much for listening to Remy's Roundtable, the Florida Theme Park Podcast. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as we did. You guys can follow us on all social media, which is on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and right here on YouTube. So make sure you guys, if you guys want to go back and re-watch this awesome interview, please go back on YouTube. Just type in Remy's Roundtable. We'll come right up for you guys. If you guys need a candle for your home or for your office, head on over to themagiccandlecompany.com. Pick yourself up a candle for your home or for your office and use our code Roundtable19 at checkout for your lovely discount. I do have some brand new t-shirt designs on teepublic.com. That's teepublic.com. Pick yourself up a t-shirt, and that really helps support the show as well. And lastly, guys, if you guys are hungry and you are in the Central Florida area, head on over to our friends over at Jeff's Bagel Run. That's right, Jeff's Bagel Run. Pick yourself up a sea salt bagel and their homemade whipped cream cheeses. On the behalf of Jeremy, guys, my name is Remy. Thank you so much. We'll see everybody next time right here on Remy's Roundtable. YouTube guys, we will see you tonight. Make sure you guys tune in tonight around 9 p.m. for a brand new episode of Remy's Roundtable. And you know what? We'll see you guys tonight at 9 p.m. Bye.